What is good, everybody? It is Spill here, and welcome back to another NBA 2Klabs video. In this one, we're going to be looking at the Mini Magician badge and going over whether or not you should be using it. This is definitely more of a niche badge for certain play styles, but the requirement to get Hall of Fame is fairly low and has a lot of people wondering if it's worth it. Well, I'm here to tell you guys that after seeing the results from our testing, this might be one of my new favorite budget badges to equip. But before we get into the video, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to subscribe, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So the long definition of the badge says that it boosts the effectiveness of pull-ups, spin shots, and fadeaways from the mid-range area. Now this means any type of regular fade or dribble pull-up, double tapping shoot for a spin shot, and it even works on post fadeaways. However, it doesn't work on post top shots as that's going to trigger space creator, so basically any space creator shot in the mid-range will not trigger Middy Magician. Now if you're like me, you probably don't use mid-range as much, but this year they actually feel really easy to hit even with a low rating. But once you start moving and taking off dribble shots though, you may want a higher rating to hit consistently. Keep in mind that when you start building takeover, your attributes naturally get higher, so if you do have a lower mid-range rating, it may be wise to wait until you start getting hot before taking these types of shots. When we tested this badge, we took 1,400 shots per badge level for a total of 8,400 shots, and since it took an 81 rating to get Hall of Fame Middy Magician, we decided to use that rating for this test. Looking at the graph, you can see that the bronze level seems to provide about a 10 to 15% boost in certain parts of the green window, and since it's a tier 1 badge for all builds, it's only going to cost you 1 badge point for a decent boost, which is a great return on your investment. The silver and gold levels don't see a huge boost from bronze as they only seem to help slightly on the later edge of the green window. But once you get to the Hall of Fame level though, Middy Magician sees a significant boost throughout the entirety of the green window and especially on the earlier edges. Now we also tested this badge on Hall of Fame with a 92 rating, and you can see that with a higher rating, your make percentage will be about 10% better and you'll actually be able to hit 100% of your shots when timed correctly. Now I know a lot of people go for the 81 Middy to get this badge on Hall of Fame, and while that's usually more than enough, that 92 rating looks a little bit different and is definitely something to consider when making a new build if you like that mid-range area. Now this badge definitely requires a certain type of play style, and it may be more suited for the park as there's just going to be way more space for you to create without seeing much help from other defenders. It's especially good for twos when it's make it take it, and that Middy might be available more often than not. Now if you do take the occasional moving Middy, we recommend throwing this badge on bronze, but if you're the type of player that lives in the mid-range, then we recommend taking Hall of Fame for a significant boost to your make percentage. Now that is all we got for the Middy Magician badge. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like. It's been Spill, and I'm out. Later.